Liza and the Mountain of Courage, a journey to overcome fear. Liza had always been afraid of heights. Just the thought of looking down from a great height made her stomach twist into knots. But this fear had never been a real problem until now. Liza's town was famous for the Festival of the Rising Sun, a yearly event where the bravest climbers would ascend Echo Peak, the highest mountain in the region, to hang colorful banners at its summit. The banners symbolized hope, courage, and the strength of the human spirit. This year, her school had chosen her to represent the students by carrying their banner to the top. Liza's heart pounded when she heard the news. She wanted to refuse, to say she wasn't the right person for the job. But something inside her, a small but determined voice, whispered, "What if you can do it? What if this is your chance to finally overcome your fear?" The climb was set for the following weekend, and Liza spent the days leading up to it trying to prepare herself. She practiced climbing the smaller hills near her home, but each time she reached a high ledge, fear would grip her and she would freeze. Her father, noticing her struggle, offered advice. "Fear is natural, Liza," he told her. "But courage isn't the absence of fear, it's facing it despite being scared." She wanted to believe him, but doubt still clung to her mind. The morning of the climb arrived, and Liza stood at the base of Echo Peak, staring up at the towering mountain. The other climbers, including skilled hikers and experienced mountaineers, were already preparing their gear. Liza tightened the straps of her backpack, feeling the weight of the banner inside. "I have to do this," she told herself. As the climb began, Liza focused on taking one step at a time. The lower slopes were easy, covered in soft grass and gentle paths. But soon, the trail became steeper, and she had to use her hands to grip rocks and pull herself up. She could feel the sweat on her palms, her breath coming in short gasps. Halfway up, she reached a narrow ledge where she had to walk carefully along the edge of a sheer drop. Her legs trembled, and for a moment, she couldn't move. The wind howled around her, and the ground below seemed impossibly far away. "I can't do this." But then, she remembered why she was here. She thought of her classmates who had trusted her to carry their banner. She thought of her father's words. And most importantly, she thought of herself, of the girl who had spent her life letting fear hold her back. Not this time. Liza took a deep breath and forced herself forward, one step at a time. Her heart pounded, but she kept going. Slowly, steadily, she made it across the ledge. The rest of the climb was just as difficult, but something had changed in Liza. She still felt afraid, but she didn't let it control her. With every step, she proved to herself that she was stronger than her fear. Finally, after what felt like hours, she reached the summit. The view was breathtaking: rolling hills, sparkling rivers, and the golden glow of the rising sun. Liza pulled out the banner and secured it to the wooden pole at the peak, watching as it fluttered in the wind. She had done it. As she stood there, a sense of pride filled her. She had faced her greatest fear, and she had won. When she returned to the town, she was met with cheers and applause. But the greatest reward was the realization that courage and determination had helped her conquer fear, and that from now on, no challenge would seem impossible. Liza had climbed more than just a mountain. She had climbed past her fear toward a stronger, braver version of herself. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the determination to face it. Like Liza, we grow stronger when we challenge ourselves, proving that bravery comes from within. No fear is too great when met with perseverance and belief in oneself.